car, and he was sitting there just waiting on me.
Aww.
And I just kept, I act like I didn't see him. After I took the picture, I act like I didn't see him. He started barking.
Oh.
Like, are you going to get out? What? No, I ain't getting out. Y'all go play.
How long have you had him?
Well, I had him, let's see, I got him
What was he, 6 weeks?
in
or whatever?
November. No, he was 2 months old. I
Oh.
had it, let's see, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, almost July, 8 months. But that's just some of the mess that he done.
Oh, with the fish tank?
Yeah, with the
With
trees
those,
that I go into
Oh
the
my
fish's tank. Yeah.
Oh my god.
She gives her fish like the live stuff like we used to, and the fish would eat it all gone. She does that too. He's cute. I guess he whines a lot too, so they started getting cheeseburgers or hamburgers from.
Oh yeah. He gets hamburgers, cheeseburgers with ketchup and mustard.
So he whined. She said too, it was driving her crazy. So she.
And then he won't eat. He won't eat French fries. We get him a small order of French fries. He won't eat the French fries until we eat one, and then when we eat one, then he'll finish them up.
She don't like French fries. She don't even like them either.
Nope. She spits them right back out.
But
He
like
eats
if I eat
lettuce.
it, she'll eat.
He eats lettuce.
Really?
He eats onions. Anything we eat, he eats. But he has to
So you
see
eat
us
it.
eat it first. Yep.
Sounds like Diesel's got some manners in this house, huh?
Diesel's spoiled. Diesel is the king in the house. The king.
My cat is the queen, pretty much.
Yeah, she thinks this is her house and we're just allowed to be here.
Yeah.
She just lets us, is what she thinks. I got news for her little ass. She's really acting crazy since we changed her food. She's really a lot happier, I tell you what.
Well, that's good. I mean, it could have been the food that was.
Yeah, well, and I didn't think about it because I was thinking, God, time has just flown by so fast that she's 9. I mean,
Right.
Brr. She just doesn't like that collar.
which dog?
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Diesel. He used to not like a collar when I first put it on there. He would try to take his collar and paw it off, scratch. And now I can take them off, and he's used to too because I have him that collar. That, and also that other collar, and I can take both of them off. And I go to take it and put it up or put it on charge or whatever. He'll go and put his head up under there like he wouldn't say.
Yeah.
I said, you can't put it on right now.
Yeah, she doesn't like to be led around by her neck. I think
No.
it's because of the pound when they got her,
Well,
picked her because they use them things and choke them and they just rip them out. So
Yeah.
I think she just.
She does a lot better with a harness, though, but even then, she still freaks out. She whines when she gets in the car, thinks that we're going to the vet. Get your butt down and stop. Stop it.
well, Diesel had a harness.
Stop it.
And he got too big for it, and we just haven't bought him another one.
Yeah,
So-
they do. That's what happened with her too. And then I had to let out her little vest because when I put it on, she was like a big fat sausage. I was like, oh my God, I can't get it snapped.
Hey, stop licking my feet.
She's got to go on the diet. And I told the vet, I said, I just noticed how much weight she's gained because I went to put her vest on to bring her here, and I said, she goes, well, she's not real overweight, but she could lose, about 4 or 5 pounds. So I said, yeah, she's been getting into the cat food, little shit. being smart. And I was wondering why she wasn't eating her food at all. No matter, even if I put like our food, mixed it in,
Even then, she still doesn't eat her
We
food.
had a dog that used to eat. We used to have a fish pond outside, and we'd have to have those floating fish pellet things.
Yeah.
Food. We used to have a dog that would literally turn around and round and round in order to have some fish food.
Oh my gosh. Shoot, probably had some bad breath.
Ugh. As much as this one already does.
Shoot. Nasty.
You know they have mouthwash for that. We buy some mouth. It's not mouth. Well, it's for dogs. But you get and you put a little capful in their water, and when they drink it, and it don't hurt them.
Yeah, I've
And
seen
it
that.
don't. And it really works.
I gotta
My
get some.
My sister got some for her dogs, and it really did. It really did was.
I get her those green things though. She don't eat them. She don't like them. Unless
really?
they're supposed to brush.
When those people were,
that.
when those people were setting off those fireworks next door, she was trying to give her like medication to help that she used to like keep her calm, like right after her surgery, and she tried to give it to her, and she just made that that face out.
Oh yeah, I smashed it up and put it in the cheese. Well, stupid her. Instead of just mice will just wolf it down and swallow it. No, she decided she was gonna chew it, and she was like, said, "Yeah, it probably does taste nasty."
Most time I have to put Diesel's in the back of
Yeah,
his throat and hold his mouth so he swallow it.
that's what I told her.
But now the flea pill and the heartworm pill, he chews it up like it's candy
She
and wants more.
No, I gotta shove that down her throat. Even if I wrap it in cheese, she'll eat the cheese and spit the pill out.
She's
Is
way
it a
too
pill
smart.
or is it
And
a gummy?
it's like a
gummy
beef.
thing?
No, it's like a beefy hard pill.
Yeah, mine's the ones I get is kind of like a treat. And it's smushy.
Huh.
And he chews that thing up and wants more.
No, this one she's a pain in the ass.
There's the air.
Anything to be a pain.
I said, there ain't no more. You won't get no more until next month. Here's the air and turn his head.
I gotta call and I gotta order some. I gotta see if they'll send it to me.
What?
Because
What?
it's up on. I told you that's Heart Song. It's up on. You go up. What the heck is that road? Wheeler Road. Straight all the way up, or Wainwright, or whatever that is. All the way up to.
Is that where y'all had her DNA test done too?
No, that was with Banfield. That was over here at PetSmart.
So PetSmart could do it.
Yeah, I don't know. They're vet. I don't know if you have to be a member or whatever, or if they'll do it. And because he's still a pup, because she was too old, I couldn't get the pup price, but yeah, it was cheap. I mean, I thought.
Well, I know you can order a DNA test online through Amazon and do the DNA test. But now I don't know how it was done. I know my dog, my friend, he had his daughter ordered him a DNA test for his dog, and I think you swab. I don't know. Or maybe you swab them in the mouth or something. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
And then you send it off, maybe, and they'll.
Maybe.
I don't know.
You could probably do that. Oh, my toe. Every once in a while, my toes want to bend. Oh, holy sheep spit, Batman. My poor feet. Give it a little smooch. Look at how skinny these toes are compared to these. These are short and stumpy.
I can't even tell the difference, so.
My husband used to say I had finger toes. Said I had trailer park feet. I go, what the hell is trailer park feet? Because I went barefooted all the time. He'd shame me. So that's the California hay. Everybody
My
in California.
sister always wears flip flops. I can't
Me
stand
too.
nothing between my toes. I ain't wearing no flip flops.
What about sandals?
I wear sandals. Anything that don't go between my toes, I can wear.
I want her to meet your grandma. I just think she would love your grandma so much. I do just by listening to her on the phone. She's hilarious.
Yeah. She's sweet when she wants to be.
Oh yeah. She's just little, isn't she?
Little short lady.
Little sawed off grandma.
She's 4'11".
Oh my God, that's my
She
friend
was
Gail.
she was actually 5 foot, maybe 5'2", when she was younger. But she's kind of humped back, so she's 4'11" now.
Yeah, that's like my. Oh, you found your onions.
Well, I got I know that's
I
funny.
think they're good too. I like to dip them in hot sauce.
You want some?
No. It's some good that muffins. I'm just really funny. I haven't been. I don't know. Not like me. The muffin's good, and then the chicken. Like, I almost didn't even eat it last night, but I made myself because I need to get some protein. You know? That is good chicken. Them Costco chickens are the bomb.
My husband ordered pizza from Papa John's last night. He ordered 3 pizzas and some barbecue wings.
I love Papa John's.
$71.
I know.
He said, but it's the weekend, so we got to treat ourselves. If we don't treat ourselves during the week,
Right.
I guess so.
Till tonight.
Yeah. I was sitting here thinking what I could. I might want to just get a salad. Ain't gonna be eat much anyway, but.
Everybody loves Cracker Barrel. My brother is that's all he talked about. Oh my gosh, for years. He'd see it, because when we were in Missouri, it was a big thing out there too. And he just loves the Cracker Barrel.
They don't have one out there in California.
I told her because of the racism thing. But yeah, Nevada, they're not that far from Nevada, but they have them there. But he just loves the Cracker Barrel. To me, it's kind of, I'd rather go to like Ruth's. I'm more of a mom and pop.
Yeah.
You know.
Why? Too many crackers?
Well, his mama
Racist.
likes to be waited on.
Oh.
So, if it was left up to me, I'd probably go to Golden Corral.
Me too.
But, because I like to, have buffet, which
Right.
is, even though I don't eat much, but, I mean, I could sit there and, kind of wait a little while and
I
then.
just love their. God, they have so many vegetables, like the green beans and the cabbage.
See, I love the fried okra.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
I love the cabbage, and they just have so, I don't really get that a lot because it's just me and her.
My dad made me eat asparagus when I was younger.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
that was disgusting.
I don't like asparagus.
It was
I
disgusting.
am a vegetable freak. I just am. I love.
Y'all like skinny meatballs?
Yes.
Yeah, she does, but she doesn't like the kind of sauce that has chunks in it. It has to be just.
I don't like
marinara.
when it has tomatoes in it. I don't like steamed vegetables, so.
And she doesn't like it with the onions. It has to be just the marinara, the meatballs, and the spaghetti. So.
Even if I find one single bit, I will have a fit.
So I'll usually just buy like that hunks in a can or ragu or marinara. Just
But even then, that kind of stuff has chunks in it too. Like some of that stuff.
some of it. I gotta be careful. Yeah.
So what is your favorite food?
I'm a pizza, frozen yogurt lover.
But she likes.
But
fish.
anything that has to do with meat, I will eat it.
But
just anything that's.
unless you say like if we could go to the juicy crab every day, she probably would. She loves the clams, the steamed clams, and she loves the oysters and crab. She cut her first tooth in Alabama on a crab leg.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's loved crab ever since she was a baby.
Oh wow.
I think that happened in an apple too. It was this tooth.
Mhm.
She got me some of those big apples, like the kind that you get up in Washington.
At Grandma, at Aunt Alice's.
Because I was angry for some reason, so I bit on a toy car and it just went, pew.
Took her tooth out.
I haven't never ate at Applebee's either.
Applebee's?
Oh, that place is great.
Those are my drinking days.
And I used to I had never ate at Texas Roadhouse until I got with Steven, and matter of fact, that was where we went out to eat. Actually, when we first went out to eat.
Oh, that place was
Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, that place was great.
Oh, and I love Willie Nelson's steak sauce. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I don't know what he does, what those spices are, but his steak sauce is the bomb. And I like being able to pick them.
Usually we'll get the barbecue ribs or whatever, and I'll eat one and Steven eat the rest.
I love ribs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she loves her ribs. We'll get Willie Jewels sometimes from over here.
I like
It's kind of expensive, but it's good.
I like the kind that you usually get where they have like mostly the fat on them and they're big.
She likes the St. Louis big fat ones. Yeah.
Last time she got some though, they smelled like slaughterhouse, so I still ate them, but I never enjoyed the smell of the slaughterhouse. Like it was, and my mom thought it was the paper
way
factory.
they season them.
So like she was like, "Is that a paper factory?" She came out to somebody and somebody's like, "No, that's the slaughterhouse."
Oh.
I was like, "Great, that's what I'm gonna have to smell every single day."
Because we had a paper mill when we lived on the ranch, and sometimes that smelled real bad. But they're the slaughterhouse.
Bless you. Bless you.
Bless you. She's season a lot too, so.
Allergies, probably.
She goes out there and digs under that tree. And
are you picking up pathogens out there? Better not be with all these moths around. Bless you.
Don't get all crazy now. You need to mind your manners. Manners.
And get out from between my legs.
Snotty ass nose. I guess my stepmom's little dog has the. She goes. She has the wettest. He has the wettest, nasty nose. I go. So does this one. And she wants to wipe it on my cold leg or under my warm leg in the morning. It's like, damn it.
Just as cold as ice.
And wet and nasty. It's like, get your damn nose off my leg.
But we sure don't want it to go dry, because if it goes dry, then they're sick.
Right. But she could at least lick it before she touches my damn. Warm it up a little bit or something.
Yeah.
And quit trying to bite my hand when I'm trying to pet your head. Weirdo. Dang, your nose is snotty. Hey, get out!
No jumping. Mind your manners.
This one thinks she can do whatever she wants. It's hard to control this one.
Yeah, but she knows.
Maybe she should learn from Diesel. Get Diesel over here to teach her some manners.
Well, now, I'm not quite sure you won't hear that from Diesel.
Diesel's kind of crazy too.
Yeah, he's wide open sometimes.
Is he a barker like she?
He don't bark all that much.
Yeah, this one
Really, the
rarely
only time
barks.
that he barks is if he hears something outside.
She's more of a
She'll
woofer.
bark. Oh no, when the old man isn't doing his yard on the other side of the straight across, and she'll just bark and bark and bark because it's too close to our yard. So, and her hair will be standing up. So
She doesn't
And that
like him.
crazy, the crazy puppy, when I go to vacuum the floor, he barks and gets down in front of the darn vacuum cleaner and barks and barks and barks.
and watch the foot. The foot.
Hey! And quit licking my feet.
It sucks because this is the side she
Hey!
sits on.
Stop that. Don't you bulge your eyes at me. And that's what she does every time she lays down. So we don't know if she's had a hernia if she was a baby or if there was something else wrong. You have to take her to the vet because I have to ask them that. Really?
I already did. Remember when I had her fixed? Well, when I got her, she had a little scar, and it was beneath, like where the umbilical thing is.
Right.
So they said they weren't sure if she was fixed or not, and they could do this was at Banfield. They said, "Oh, well, we can do an ultrasound. It's like $400 something." I go, "Are you seriously? No, hell no." And that's just to tell you if she's been fixed or not, and then it's another $400.
Right.
So what I did was I took her up to Dogwood, and they said, well, what we can do is, because we're not sure what that scar's from.
Exploratory surgery.
Yeah, but, and if, I mean, they wouldn't do it as an exploratory surgery and then just fix her if she needed to.
Right.
They just wanted they're just money. That's why I won't take her back there. Dogwood, they said, we'll do an exploratory thing, and it was only like, I think it was like $200 or something. And it was even cheaper than getting her fixed anywhere else. So they said, we'll just go ahead and fix her if she's not. So she wasn't. And she was, what cost me a little more is because
she always was in heat and we didn't know.
She was in heat.
Yeah, because they usually, if they in heat, it does cost a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Brian, which is my stepson, he's got that lab and bulldog mix that I've been telling him, you need to have her fixed. Well, I called over there at High something. Anyway, it's a vet over here close to the house.
Highland or something?
Highland, yep. Called over there, and she said, well, if, she said, $400 to start out, but it could go up to 800 and something.
Yeah.
I said, okay. I said, thank you, ma'am. I told Brian, I said, well, Brian, I said, it
More
starts
money out
at
of my
400
pocket.
and goes up to 800, so which one you want to? Well, she ain't getting fixed. I said, well, okay, but
If she has puppies, you're
If
putting
she-
them up for adoption.
Dogwood's really cheap, and they're so good.
well, it's like Steven said, if that dog comes up pregnant and has puppies, Brian, the dog, and the puppies is going to be sleeping in his car. He ain't staying here. Steven is a trip, y'all.
Oh, the landlady would have a cow. She already charges her a $200 pet fee because of this dog.
Well, she was going to, but then I had somebody come and do the yard, and we kind of made even, but now I can't do the damn yard. It's just a terrible mess.
Brian said he'll come over and do it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather pay him to. All I need him to do is just. Does he have a weed eater?
I don't know if they got a weed eater or not.
Hey,
I don't know. I'm
nice.
not for sure if they got a
Blow
weed eater.
everything like just.
He did have a blower. Steven said he did have a blower, but he'd been looking for it and don't know where it's at. So I don't know if his brother might have got it and he forgot to tell him. He forgot to tell him that he got it out the shed or what.
Chance. You better listen, damn it. Look at me and then you just keep on doing what you're doing.
She's getting that from the
That's
cat.
some kind of diesel stuff
she's,
right there.
she's getting that crap from the cat. The cat's a bad influence on her.
Diesel does the same thing. You say, would you stop? He'll look and do the same thing.
That boy
I
don't
said,
get
I told you to stop.
that.
He'll say,
Yeah.
and he'll just look at you like,
Does that happen?
are you really sure you want me to stop? And he'll just go on.
She snores. She snores.
Diesel don't, I haven't heard Diesel snore.
She does. She's got a.
She's
He
got to
might
be
snore
around.
a little bit,
she-
but not.
She has to be around somebody that she really loves the most in order to hear her snore.
But now,
She's
that
dead
little
ass
white
sleepy.
bulldog that they took home today, if you don't think he didn't snore, oh my god.
Yeah, then when they have them pushed up noses, they.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Hey, no hitting. His claws, I gotta get her trimmed again. Well, first I gotta get her fixed. before I can
But
use
I'll,
Yeah, I just need that, cause like out on this, where it's, the weeds are growing,
right.
if I got weed eater, I'm so afraid to get weed eater now, or weed spray, you know, that stuff.
Yeah.
Because so much of it has so much bad stuff in it.
Right.
Yeah,
animals,
parasites,
Yeah.
that type of thing. Stuff that can pollute the air, that type of thing.
Well, kill you,
That's true, yeah.
kill your animals and make them sick.
Yeah.
Pathogens, yeah.
But the frickin' pine cones. I wish that I had that craftiness thing, because I would pick up all them damn pine cones and I would paint them and glitter them and then sell them. Put cinnamon on them and sell them for whatever.
I'm not crafty either. I want to decorate the house. There ain't no pictures on the wall. I mean, it's just blah. You walk in the you go out of the house and you're like blah, and you walk back in thinking, okay, I'm going home. And you come inside and you're still blah. I'm like.
And I have so many pictures that need to go up, but I'm not putting them up because I don't know where we're going to end up. I always want to get everything so that I can get it put in storage at some point, you know? And then I really want to find a camper. I really want to find some kind of small camper that I can drive around and we could save our rent. We wouldn't have to pay rent or pay bills, you know? Everybody goes, well, the gas. I go, well, I'd rather pay the gas. And then she has a card that we can get into like all the national parks and stuff for free and camp for free and do that for a year and save our money and then find a house wherever we want to end up, you know?
Yeah. Maybe get a part-time job because I'm already getting bored for some reason, which is very unlikely. Most of the time I just want to stay in this house, but now since I've graduated, it's like, where do I go from here, really?
Well, you just did, though. You need to take a break. A lot of kids do. They don't start college right away.
Let me tell you something.
Let them backpacking through Europe for a
When
year.
I met Steven back in November, Jonathan says, I want a job.
Stop being aggravating.
He looked and he looked and he looked and he looked for jobs. And he put in applications after jobs. I mean, it was constantly, he's like, I guess I'm just not going to get a job. I said, stop looking. Somebody will call you. So, then Brian moved in. And Brian, he just throwed his feet up on the couch and he kept sitting there. And Jonathan, he's still out looking for a job, wanting a job, and this and that.
Did Brian graduate from high school too?
And he just kept, and Jonathan says, you need to get a job. And Brian says, when I get ready to get a job, I will. And he even told his daddy that. His dad, he told his daddy, he said,
I'm going to take care of your ass for the review.
he said, when I get off of my vacation, I'll get a job. And I'm like,
Yeah, right.
okay. So, I think in March.
So he's been out of high school for a year?
No, I think he graduated. I can't remember when he graduated. Oh, no, 2020, I think. He graduated. I think, yeah. But he was
2
staying.
years.
Yeah, but he was staying down there in Millen, and he was working down there, which was with his foster parents. He was working in Sylvania at a chicken plant. So he worked there for a year. But then he come here, and he just thought that he could just have the luxury of just sitting back, enjoying TV, and, just doing what Brian wanted to do.
Right.
And then that's when Steven's mom moved out and moved to Dennis's, which is his brother's. I told Steven, I said, how much longer is this going to go on with Brian sitting at the house? I said, because every time I went somewhere, he had to be in the car. And, everywhere I moved, he had to be in the car. I told, and I got fed up with it. I told Steven, I said, Steven, something's going to have to give now. I said, Brian's got to find him a job. And he said, he ain't even trying. I said, maybe if I get on my phone and start looking for a job, maybe that'll encourage him to, get on the phone looking for a job.
Nope.
He looked for about 5 minutes, and that was it. And I said, well, maybe if I try to
Where's
find
he working
him.
at now?
He works with three man ties or something like that. It's a tree surgeon. They cut down trees.
Oh, he's doing the tree thing.
Yeah.
So is that who Jonathan worked with?
Jonathan used to work with him.
Oh, okay.
So,
that's hard work. That's just dumb. Why don't you get a job that you like, that you'll stay at,
But Brian has a bad attitude. Well, not a bad attitude, just a bad...
He's just rowdy.
He's not really rowdy. He just don't like people to tell him what to do. Like a boss, you know what I'm saying? And then, the boss up there at the car wash, I helped him get that one down there up there at the car wash. And the guy would tell him, well, you got to come in, or you got to do this, and the boss put Brian's number up there on the board and said, if needed, call Brian to work. I would enjoy for somebody to call me to work. That's more money for me, you know.
Right.
I'm gonna tell the boss, don't put my number up here for anybody to call. Literally told the boss that.
Oh.
And he said, the boss says, no, they need to call you to come in to work. So he marked it out. Brian marked it out.
Oh,
Yeah, I had a kid.
shit.
I had a kid in my class who always acted up, always whispered, always played on his phone, and every time he was told what to do, he'd be like, "No!" Like this kid was in 11th grade. He was in 11th grade. I was stuck with a bunch of 11th graders. He was the brattiest person I've ever met. It just makes me cringe to this day that I used to act like that when I was young.
But Brian, he's good. He's a good person.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
But when it comes to
He's lazy.
he's lazy. He'll work, but he don't like to be told what to do or how to do it. He knows what he's doing. He can do it better than what you want him to do it.
Mama.
Yep. And
What?
God forsake if he's at home. I just rather
Oh.
get in the car and leave. 'Cause he'll sit there on the phone and he'll watch TikTok and he'll do this and he'll do that and he'll just keep playing that TikTok thing
Oh
over
my God.
and over and over. And I just look at him and say, "Could you please go to something else?"
I would lose my
Tell him to
sanity.
get some headphones so you don't have to listen to it.
But then again, the headphones that we have nowadays, they don't have soundproof on the outside, so you can still hear them.
Yeah, but still better than just hearing it.
Stephen, yesterday we were sitting on the couch and Stephen was talking and I was talking. Or we were talking back and two, and he was over there on his phone. Stephen said, if you don't get your ass out of this living room and go to your bedroom with your damn phone, I'm cutting your phone off. Because we all want to play it.
Hey, now
He
you're
says,
talking too.
I will cut that phone off. And he said, he thought he was joking.
Quit messing with the cat.
Stephen dialed that phone on AT&T and he got his tail up and he went to his bedroom. He said, you would actually cut my phone off because I wouldn't go to the bedroom. He said, if you just sure as I'm sitting here, I would.
Oh my God.
Yeah, buddy. Who do you think you are? This is my house, not your house.
And so bossy to Jonathan.
No, you're not.
He tries to be.
That's the problem with these kids, these millennium kids these days.
Ugh.
They think
They think they're on top of everything.
you owe me, and nobody owes you a shit, buddy.
No.
You just
No.
put up your ass. It's about
And
what you
whatever Stephen tells Jonathan to do, you got boss man
do.
over
Then you got
here.
Brian doing it.
Yeah, saying the same thing, but he wants to tell him.
That was like, what's his name on the bus?
Oh, Antonio.
Oh my God! Every time I would tell one of the kids on the bus to either, be quiet or turn your phone down because we're not supposed to have to hear your phone. You hear it and turn it off. Well, then this other kid had to pipe in, and it was like, and the bus driver would say, Justin, that is for Bobby to tell them, not you. You are not anybody's boss on this bus.
But I can't even blame him though, because he had a rough day at school. We were in the same science class. He had to put up with the kids in there. I don't even blame him. They were just as bad as they were.
I don't know and you can't really discipline the kids today
Yeah.
because then you got defects on you, like,
Yeah.
Well, these aren't kids anymore.
They're
You got men
forgetting.
at your house.
yeah.
Even then, you can't
I still
discipline
think
them.
if you got Jonathan hooked up with vocational people, they'll help him a lot. I mean, they've helped me with her.
Jonathan needs
You
friends
messing with the cat?
that he can.
Yeah, they have groups. They have places that they can go and work together and,
Hey,
and get.
down.
Stop it! Better stop that jumping up. Oh shit! She's just getting such bad habits again. But they, they have like let's see, last summer she went to the Easter Seals, had this group thing where they took them,
Look at my leg.
what did they teach you? They took them shopping.
Well, now,
Oh,
see,
yeah,
I
they
tried
show-
to get Jonathan in Easter Seals.
Oh, yeah,
to try to help him get a job.
Yeah.
They ain't called me back yet, and that's been 3 weeks
You
ago.
have to be on them.
They took us around the different stores, like showing us what kind of jobs they had. It went up.
They help kids that have disabilities get placed into jobs that suit
Right.
them.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Give them rides if they need rides. All kinds of stuff. But you need to go
Well,
through.
now she told me that they don't give rides out.
Well, you need to go through vocational because vocational is through the government.
Mm-hmm.
Easter Seals is like its own private thing.
Yeah.
Vocational is rehabilitation is for kids like ours. They'll even send them to college. They'll find them programs.
Look at my leg.
Well, see, that's what Jonathan wants to do. Jonathan asked me, he said, can I call Tech School to see if they'll take me? I'm like,
Well, vocational rehab will find him a place. I mean,
I'm sitting here taking a deep breath, and I'm like, okay, how do I answer this question?
that's what we're doing with her. We got her on a waiting list with this one program, and because COVID backed everything up for her, but he's older than she is, so
Yeah.
she's just now out of. But they take kids in these group homes in this Roosevelt Warm Springs and stuff.
Hey, I went there.
What?
Roosevelt Warm Springs.
Did you? Well, there's Care Springs and there's Roosevelt Warm Springs, but there was kids in there, I guess people in there up to like in their 30s or up to their 29, 30 years old. But yeah, they have different vocational programs they can put them in, tech,
I just didn't like, I like Roosevelt, but there's some things that when I walked through it, I just didn't.
I wasn't calling you. But yeah, that program she got me into last year, that was a lot better. The school, it was about 6 hours, but it felt like 3. They got done with everything so quickly. They took us out to eat.
On the Easter Seals thing?
Mm-hmm. I preferred that over school.
But Roosevelt Warm Springs, maybe it's changed since you were there because
Oh, yeah.
like we went to Care Springs, we did a tour. They have in the cafeteria they have set up a fast food restaurant and like a fast food restaurant so that the kids can learn how to work in that kind of atmosphere, and then the teachers and stuff will come in and be all mean and gruff and stuff, so they'll teach them how to deal with like customers that are rude and all that. They teach them how to use ATMs. They teach them how to do checkbooks. They have driving ed, for the kids that are able to, and they have the patience to teach them. So, and that's what I want for her. I want her to be independent.
Right.
But that's a problem because I suffer from a short fuse. It's hard for me to control that once I'm mad. So I don't know how that's gonna work with when I start going to work and all that.
But it's she's been in the high school situation. She doesn't understand that that's a whole different world.
Right.
Nothing that you used in high school pretty much is going to be anything that you use anywhere else. I don't know why they.
And half of the stuff that they teach you in high school, you don't even do out
No,
here.
and the stuff that they needed to keep teaching us, like
Right.
when I was in school, you had to take driver's ed. They taught it in school. They had home ec. You had to take home ec. You had to take so much, sewing and cooking, and they taught you that stuff so that you would know it when you did get out. And now half these kids don't know because
They don't do
they
it.
teach them bullshit like calculus and
Yeah.
algebra and all this
Well,
bullshit
see,
that nobody
They
uses.
had home ec when I went to school. I had to take that, and then driver's ed. I had to take it. And actually, you take driver's ed, then you get discounts on your insurance.
Right.
There's some more stuff.
But it's stuff that helps you in real life.
Right,
you
right.
know.
It does.
Okay, photography's fine and dandy
Yeah.
and choir and all that if you're going to be in music and
Take photos.
yeah, if you're going to be, but it's not something that you're going to use in real life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For your to benefit society or whatever, to be a help to society. It's
Right.
That's why most of these kids forget their math steps nowadays.
this is bull crap.
Yeah. And they didn't even have to take economy. I had to.
I hated leaving Cali because, like California, they have marine biology and it's
Yeah.
just right there on the beaches. So if she wanted to get into that, it's they even have it in the schools, and they'll take them out to the to the beaches, and they go.
Well, see, Jonathan wanted to join the army, and he couldn't even join the army because he couldn't pass the what's it called?
The test or something.
Yeah.
The psychological or the physical, or
It was one of the tests that he couldn't pass. And I don't know which one it was.
well, yeah, because they were telling me I got the army calling me. I go, my daughter's not gonna want to go to the army. Are you kidding?
No, because they won't take me anyway because I have flat feet. Just like they wouldn't take my grandpa because he had flat feet, but he can get into the Navy.
You can get into the Navy, or
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go out there and
Yeah.
fight a bunch of people. I already have PTSD as much
Well, a
as
lot of it, not all of them go and fight. Some of them do computers. There's all kinds of different things, but I mean, you got to get up even at boot camp. Like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning.
No.
Nah, she ain't gonna do all that. That's when I got in touch with vocational people, and they pay. I mean, it's a state, it's through the state.
And also, I'm scared of riding on.
God, there was one.
And also, I'm scared of riding on boats because the waves get really rough out there. So, last time we went whale watching, I already had to go inside.
Took her on a whale watching boat, and she was what 10? No, you weren't. 10.
No, I was like 13 or something.
13, and she'd never been on a boat like that before, and I love it. But my aunt and uncle had a deep sea fishing boat. We used to go fishing for red snapper and stuff in Florida, but she always had her iPad with her. Me and my friend were talking, and all of a sudden look over, and there her iPad is on. She's down on the ground like. So I took her underneath because there's a little cafe underneath.
I was just nervous because I thought it was gonna tip over.
And then there's a whale right outside the window, and she's like, "Oh my God, what if it comes through the window?"
No, I was nervous it was gonna like come up and like knock it over or something. Because because of the folk tales saying like whales can like come up and like knock you over or something. Because I just
Well,
don't
they could, but they don't. They're
like mistaking the boat for a fish and then like attack or something.
Especially those, they're used to people, the sightseers and stuff out there, and they show off and they'll stick their tails up and.
Mm-hmm.
We even had career day at my career week
Right.
at my school. Like for one solid week, you'd pick what job that you would like to do the most, and then you worked. They contacted or you asked the people that you'd like to work with. Asked the manager if you could go and do a shadow for 1 week. And they'd have to sign a piece of paper, and you go there for that whole week. You wouldn't do nothing but shadow them the whole week.
Mama.
Find her a vet tech program that she can go through, and because it's just all when you go into a program like this, just like nursing, it's all about just what you're gonna do, and then she can do because she's got so much money in a college fund that you need to check.
Oh
the cat
great, there
box
goes that
too, 'cause I know
bird.
I emptied it the day Wednesday.
Shut up, bird.
Yeah, I don't know. I hear her in there scratching. That's what made me think of it. That's the best cat litter too. If you get your grandma cat litter, they have this new cat litter called Extend.
Uh-huh.
I think it's by Febreze or something.
Yeah, it's got a Febreze thing on the.
It
on the
is
box.
the freaking bomb. You can't smell nothing.
I couldn't smell nothing if I wanted to.
Oh yeah, that's true. But no, I mean you really can't. It's really good shit. I mean, hard to find, but anyway.
Mama.
Yeah, she's got so much money, that she can use for college that
Mama.
I'll have her take some music classes,
Knock it off!
Hey! The dog chaser. She's just getting payback from the cat being so mean to her when she first came. Poor little dog. She was that cat. So that cat. She was.
Hey!
She bowed down to the cat. Go, quit doing that to that cat. She already thinks she saw that. Get the cat. And then she'd start.
Even if you yell at the cat, she still does it, thinking you're yelling.
And the cat was in for a shock, and the dog finally.
Yeah, even if you yell at the cat, the dog will still cower around like that.
Your dog said, "Don't you remember terrorizing me when I was little?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's my time."
Yeah.
I'm bigger than you.
You ain't even got no front claws, so ha 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 ha. And I got big teeth too, so don't even think about going in there and eating that food. I will beat you like a redheaded stepchild.
In her case, she's a blackhead because she's black.
Hey.
She's like, oh, here we go again.
She probably needs to be on Adderall. It's a crappy little thing. She gets so, just doesn't know when to quit.
I'm trying to pet your
What
head and you're not
it is
gonna.
is probably
No.
Probably
No.
when she was little, you know, whoever had her didn't show her no attention or anything, and now she's getting it. And
Mama. Mama. Mama.
Anyway, yeah, I need to. Monday I'll call and see if they moved her anywhere on the list.
Mama.
I'm going to tell them I need to kind of have an idea of when, how far she's getting up on the list.
right. How long have you had her on the list?
I don't know.
Definitely a
What
few
month
months.
is this, June?
It's June, yeah. So probably a
We
few
went in April,
months, yeah.
and they were supposed to put her on the list. Well, she's not on this list. And it was a good thing I just keep calling them and bugging them.
Right.
And I talked to the head lady, and she did some stuff where, like, the psychologist was supposed to have done this or that, and they hadn't done it because of her back, because of her disc. They needed proof or whatever, so I sent them the proof. And they needed
Mama.
Hey,
Hey, I'm not doing anything. Hey, I'm not doing anything to you.
she's such a bitch.
Ew.
She's rotten. Mama? Oh, I'll be petting her and all of a sudden she'll go. Ow.
She doesn't like her butt or her belly touched.
Oh.
Mama.
Dog, you.
You jealous ass.
One time she got up on the chair. Well, she was like standing next to the chair, and the cat was over there. She started growling at her. But that was the first time I ever heard her growl. She was like growling and wolfing at the cat.
She just can't.
I bet her and Diesel would. Oh, I can just see them now.
Hey! No.
Let them wear each other out instead of us. But
Nice. Sneeze right in my face.
Steven said we might bring Diesel over tonight. We'll go ahead and take Brian home, and then we'll get Diesel and bring him over here and drop her off.
I see your eyes bulging out at me.
she had a taste of her own medicine. Cause he's bigger. She's never been really around a bigger. My son had his pits here, but they were, we kind of kept them apart from each other because
They were wild.
they're kind of, well, one of them passed away because she was
Yeah,
a
she
little
had to be put down.
The other one had
Bless
cancer
you.
and they removed his back hip, and now he's fine. But
Yeah, he has
but
one
he's
of.
very.
They're both rescues, but he's very. continue.
I
Sorry.
don't know. A rescue dog is
Hyper.
the best dog that you could ever have. I found that out.
No, he's just protective and he doesn't really like other animals, so
Mm.
we kept her away from him.
Yeah, the cat went running and she stayed upstairs for most of the time.
No, they love the water. No, the white one. No, she didn't. Zoe didn't like the ocean, but the three-legged dog. Oh my gosh, he loved it. He's kind of like Diesel, like a big old. Male dogs are kind of goofy though, you know. They kind of are more adventurous and not always, but mostly. Oh.
Richard.
Oh God, my foot is throbbing. I hate that. It just, oh my God, it's like having a toothache in my foot.
Richard. Stupid bird outside.